Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Hang on just a second. I'm having a little rough start here. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to it. All right. I was working on something earlier. I barely got started, but I was really testing out this yarn and hook size because this is it's a thinner yarn than they make most of these plushies out of. And I wanted to try a different hook size. So I started this little guy. Okay. Started this little guy. Any clue what it is? I'm taking guesses. Any guesses what it is? Let me know. It's fine. All right. And who's here? Brenda and Michelle and Sherry and Dawn. Brenda and Michelle and Sherry and Dawn. Oh no, Brenda, you gotta be careful with that hot coffee. And Tammy and Deborah. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. So, I like to go to McDonald's and get their oatmeal. You ever had McDonald's oatmeal? It's really good. But you have to be really careful with that. It's hot. It's hot. You gotta give it some time to cool off. No guesses on what my little guy is here? I had to actually cut the yarn off because I was using this yarn and I needed it. So yeah, I cut it off and I'll have to reattach and start from here. But any guesses what this looks like? What's that look like? What's that look like? Oh, swollen lips. Hey, that's the in thing now, Brenda. That's the in thing. Big swollen lips. Sorry. I wish I was sitting on the patio crocheting 100 degrees. Holy crap, Tammy, I can't. I just can't even. No, I would die. Sherry, good guesses, but no, not a cat, not a mouse. No, neither one. So I did something interesting for this pattern. This pattern is a free pattern. You saw what we're doing, right? The little bunny thing. The bow bunny. It's called the bow bunny. So it's a free pattern on Instagram. And I have a hard time with the Instagram patterns on my phone because I'll go to the Instagram pattern and let me show you what it looks like first of all. Oh, good. I just made a purchase. What can I say? I shouldn't have, but I did. Oh, okay. You guys are special people. I'll show you what it is here in a second. Okay. I don't think I can get it there though. Okay. I'm going to Instagram. Let's go to Instagram. Instagram. Okay. Let's look them up. Let's do this first. Why not? What are they? Sprinkled fibers? Sprinkled fibers. Sprinkled fibers. Tammy and Dawn, yes, it's a bunny. It's going to be a loaf bunny. Like the loaf cats and the loaf dogs? It's going to be a loaf bunny. It's super cute. I bought the pattern. I bought some patterns on Etsy yesterday. Oh my goodness, what can I say? Okay, want to see what I bought? I'll show you what I bought. Are you ready? Look at. This is what I bought. It's called the Bunny Box. It is 14 skeins of sparkle. There's sparkle in the yarn. Sparkle. Look at those colors. With some goodies from Sprinkled Fibers. I've never purchased from them before. Never, ever. And they're very interesting. They don't have a shop. They don't have Etsy. They don't do any of that. So you purchase from them directly. I find their stuff either on Instagram or on, they have a YouTube channel as well. And I just Venmo'd her. That's what I did. I just Venmo'd. So it'll be shipping out next week on like Wednesday, I think she said. Okay, so do you guys know how to save things on Instagram? I didn't for the longest time. For the longest time, I didn't know that you could save all these things. Look, these are all patterns I have saved on my Instagram. I just made the carrot. See that carrot right there? I just made the carrot. You can make just a regular carrot or a carrot that opens and it's like a pouch. I made the pouch. So we could fill it with candy. This is all Eastery stuff, clearly, as you can tell. So let's go find our little pattern. He's right here. He's called Baby Bow Bunny. Okay, and it's by, I believe I tried a pattern by her before. Amabiyabi. I don't know how you say it. So here's my pattern, right? Here's my pattern. And you scroll. And here's some information about the pattern, right? This is just like the rules and stuff, like important notes. We're not supposed to redistribute this pattern. I'm not distributing it as my own. I'm not distributing the pattern as my own. Recopy, repost, or claim it. I'm not. It's hers. I'm telling you, it is hers. Amibiyabi. All right. So, then the next page tells you your materials. So it's just like you scroll, and you just get all the information, what you're going to need. Safety eyes, scissors, da-da-da-da-da. And then abbreviations for your stitches, and then the head pattern. So when I get here and I start following the head pattern, hello, Kathy. I start following the pattern and I do a round or so, and then this all fades away, like it just fades and it closes out. And it is so annoying. Now there's music on here too. Okay, so there's music playing. Okay. But yeah. Crazy. So what I did for today is I went and I screenshotted page 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I just screenshotted all the different pages. And so I have them in my photos because it was driving me nuts. The couple patterns I worked on, driving me nuts. Okay, so now I'm in my photos and I have my first page, which is the head. Sorry. Let's get that out of my throat. Let's go. Come on. All right. Have a drink. Maybe that'll help. Maybe it won't. I don't know. So here we go. I have the skinny chenille, which is at Michael's. Okay, it's a loops and threads. That's Michael's. There's a lot of yardage in these things. There's 524 yards in this. I've used it several times already. Now, it recommends for a hook a 6.5 millimeter. All right, 6.5 millimeter. I don't know what you're making with a 6.5 millimeter. I had been using a 4.5. That's 2 hook sizes smaller. But today, I have a 4. And this I did with a 4. So it's going to make these things smaller, but that's okay, right? That's okay. They're still going to be cute. All right. Are we ready to rock and roll this thing? I'm going to see how far I can get on this puppy today. I did this right here in just a couple minutes, including putting the eyes in. I'm getting better at placing the eyes. Okay, I need to make a magic ring. I don't know what I'm doing there. That one, you did not start with a magic ring, which was very weird. Most of these little things, you start with a magic ring, but that one you didn't. This one was done like flat, and you went down one side of a chain and up the other side, just like you're doing the base of a basket or something, and it just started going round and around that way. I thought that was very interesting. None of these little amigurumi things have been that way before, so something new. Hey, Sue. All right, so magic ring, 6 single crochets in the magic ring. So, and you seriously get used to this real quick like, okay? A lot of these patterns are the same. They start the same, especially if you're making like heads, which is what we're making right now. We're making a head. And it's just like, it's the same thing over and over. So 6 single crochets in your magic ring, and then we're going to increase in every stitch. So we're going to end up with 12. So I do like to put stitch markers in here. I think without stitch markers, I get lost. You can see the stitches a little better with this yarn than you can with like some of the thicker chenille yarns. But still, they're still a little harder to see. Definitely harder than on like your regular yarns for sure. So, yep, stitch markers are my friend. And some people put their stitch marker, you watch tutorials and stuff, some of them put them in the last stitch of the round. Like, can I count these? I mean, I can count them. You got to look at this just a certain way, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's easier than the chenille yarns. I will just say that. Okay, so we have 12 little stitches in a little round here. All right, now, next round wants us to do a single crochet in the next stitch and an increase in the next stitch. Okay, so you do 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets. So you do 1 single crochet and then 2 in the next stitch, and then 1 and then 2, just like that all the way around. What are you guys loving on each other about? It's not very warm here either, Sue. It's going to get up to the 60s at some point this week. There's that to look forward to. 60s are on the horizon. 50s for sure. But then there's going to be another little couple cold days. Just be ready for that. Okay, so we did that round. That should have given us 18 stitches. I did not count them. All right, now we do 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, that's 2 in a row. And then you increase in the third one. So we put 2 in that one. So we go 1, 2, and then this stitch gets 2 in it. Okay? Do that all the way around. What do you call the end of the week, Sue? Where do you call the end of the week and the start of the week? I mean, I don't call Sunday the beginning of the week. You're calling Sunday the beginning of the week? What's everybody else do? What's the first day of the week? What's the first day of the week for you? Because the weekend, no. The weekend is the weekend. Get it? It's the end of the week. And what are the weekend days? Saturday and Sunday. That's the end of the week. You guys are wrong. You Sunday people, you are wrong. No, the weekend is Saturday and Sunday. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Dawn. Right? Well, it's true. Why do we call it the weekend then, Brenda? Right? It's the weekend because those 2 days are the end of the week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you guys are going to argue with a kindergarten teacher? Come on. No. All right. Next, we do 3 single crochets in a row. 1, 2, 3. I got to go back and put my stitch marker in here. 1, 2, 3. And then we do an increase. Have I convinced anybody to change their mind yet? Monday's the first day of the week, guys. So 3 stitches in a row, do 2 in the 4th one. It'll be interesting to see how big this guy actually gets with this small yarn. That doesn't matter. Calendars are calendars. That's not how the weeks go. That's just a calendar. The beginning of the week is Monday. Yes, Brenda. Yes, that would be correct. Kindergartners are 5 though, hon. They're 5. Some are 4. Okay. There you go. Calendars are wrong. I'll just say calendars are wrong. Monday truly is the start of the week. See, we work. Most people work Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday is the weekend. And if you're like a religious person and you know anything about Sunday, Sunday is the day of rest. It's the day of rest from your busy week. So there's another point. Okay? All right. Next one. I'm gonna need paper and pencil here shortly. Next one is 4 single crochets. 1, 2, hang on, I gotta put my marker in. I don't want to get that far ahead here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an increase. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your increase. Yep, children all over my area from age 4 to 10 or so. Well learned. First day of the week is Monday. Anything else you want to debate today? Any more debates? I'm in a mood. Come on, bring it on. Okay. There. All the way around. I've seen everything crochet advertisement. No, I've seen those light up hooks before, and I think they're a gimmick. I don't know. It's like there's light up diamond painting pens. I don't think I agree with those either. Okay, now I need, like I said, paper and pencil, because now we're gonna do some rounds. What happened to my crafty vlog? That was so, I can't remember. I had a rough week, you said. Why? What happened? I mean, the cats got into stuff, but that's not unusual. What else happened? I hanked up yarn, showed crochet project. What else happened? I don't know. What happened in 1971? I don't know what happened in 1971. Yeah, okay. Does it count them for you, or do you have to push a button, Brenda? You probably have to push a button. That's been my thing with all those little counters and stuff. They're great, except you gotta actually physically push the button. Okay, we are gonna do 7 rounds of single crochets, and I should have 36 stitches. Oh yeah, the cat diarrhea. Oh yeah. That was fun. Oh, that was fun. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that boy. Oh, he was a mess. He was a mess for a couple days. It was like, oh Lord. You know what? Um, we're wondering if he's been going down to the pond and like drinking the pond water when they're outside, because the pond water is probably not the best for him and might have given him the poops. Because the pond water um, has all that duck poop in it and stuff. It's got a lot of bacteria and stuff. So, oh yeah, when the cat was in the bunny cage. So we're trying to make sure there's plenty of water outside on the deck, which would be nice fresh water. It's got to taste better too, right? I think that might be what had happened, but no guarantees. I don't know. Um, see, you're not that much older than me, you guys. I graduated in 78, so you're a few years older than me. Not many. All right. Okay, I'm going to count this row and make sure I have 36 stitches. Is that what it said? 36, pretty sure. Oh, come on. So I'm going to count for a minute. One, there. Where's my first one? I did 2 stitches there. Okay, 1, 2. Let me count this round, and then I'll be good to just go round and round and round and round and round and round and round for a while. But let me count the first one, make sure I got 36, okay? I'll hurry so I don't have to take up too much time in silence. You know what I mean? I'm pretty good. I can count to 10 and talk, but after that, it gets a little dicey. Yeah. I'm at 20. I'm doing good. I'm at 28. $34, $35, $36. Come on, go in there. 36. Okay, that's my first round. Ding, ding, ding. First round. I gotta do 7 now. Or 6 more. 6 more. You're the baby, graduated in 79, but you're only a year younger than me. You're not really a baby. I bet you Tammy's younger than you. Yeah, I was going to say, Tammy's younger than you. I know. So, yeah, the poor cat, he was not happy. Have you ever given a cat a bath? Have you ever given a cat a bath? Huh? That was fun. It was really fun to give the cat a bath. He settled down after a few minutes, but Dale just like had him like 2 hands, like one on his neck and one on his back, holding him down and his scruff here. And he's like, nope. And I just had the sprayer from the shower, the hose right up his butt. And it was great fun. Great fun. But it was just a couple days, and then he was okay. And then he did what cats do, cleaned. I would have felt bad for him to try to clean up the mess that he had at the beginning. That would not have been good. He would not have liked that. Yuck, right? Yep, Tammy is the young one. I don't know about Kathy. We don't know how old Sherry is either, but I think Sherry's our age probably. You know what's interesting? You can go into your YouTube analytics and it gives you all kinds of information there. Tells you where most of the people are that watch you, like what countries they're from. Gives you a breakdown percentage wise, like male versus female. And of course, mine is mostly female. But then it also gives you like age brackets, like what percentage from different ages. 73. Okay. So you're a little older than me, but you're kind of in there with not quite Sue and Deborah, but you're kind of in between us. And it'll tell you that 19 there's ranges, you know what I mean? There's ranges. And my largest group, of course, is like over 55 or something. My largest group of viewers. My next largest group is like the 40 to 50-year-olds. So, very interesting. But yeah, you can find out all kinds of stuff in your YouTube analytics about your channel, who watches, when they watch, how they're notified, how they find your video, all this stuff, I don't look at it all very often. There's all kinds of things in there. The only thing I look at occasionally is I'll look at my subscribers that way, how many subscribers I have, and then I'll look at what else will I look at? Subscribers, money. Sometimes I look at the money part, and then membership. This is interesting. I got an email. Okay, let me back up. Let me tell you, I get emails quite often from Lord knows who, people with very different names, not John Smith and, different names. And they're always wanting to help promote your channel. I can help promote your channel. Well, I've looked at one before, an email I got about what promoting your channel meant. And I don't know how it works, but they have all of this weird, okay, so Sherry's 82. Okay. All right. So you're down in, you're younger than me. So 4 years younger than me. So you're 60, right? At least. So I looked at one time, and it's basically, you could buy a package. It's like a package deal. They have different packages. And I don't know how they do it. They can help you out. They can sell you a package that's like this many subscribers and this many views and this many this. And I'm like, how does that stuff happen? None of that is real. It is all fake. How does that even work? Right? I don't know. But my thought is on the whole thing, if you're paying somebody to get these things, how much is it worth to you? Are you recouping what you've spent? And at what point is it worth your money and not worth your money? And then my other thought always is, that's like cheating. That's not the way it's supposed to be done. That's all fake. And why do you do that? Why do you do that? There's some people I'm pretty sure do it. There's some people I'm pretty sure I know have done it. And I don't know why, because it's not real. It's like you're buying people, and but you're not even buying people that you know. You're just buying fake information. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. So anyhow, whenever I see those kinds of things come up, I'm always skeptical, and most of the time I just delete the emails, skip on by them, all that stuff. Now, I will say a couple weeks ago, I got contacted, but this time I was contacted through YouTube. It was through YouTube, and it was a YouTube membership boot camp. So it's sponsored through YouTube itself. You get your own personal guy to work with. Not that he's working with just me, but there's a guy. He's going to be my guy. And he's going to help with memberships. All right. So you had to apply, give him some information. It wasn't very hard. And say you would be interested in coming to this membership boot camp to learn about having memberships on your channel. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'll put my name in the hat and see what happens. Well, earlier this week, I got a couple emails from the guy, and he was like, welcome to the membership boot camp. If you are interested, you have been accepted, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to have our first meeting. And they did it through Microsoft Teams. If you've ever been in a Microsoft Teams meeting. So it's kind of like Zoom, you know. It does look like I'm making a boob. Well, and look, it's kind of nipply at the end. Hopefully that will change, Deborah. Hopefully that will change. Oh, don't let me forget, I got to mark down my round. That's 5. I'm cruising along though, right? Cruising along. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. So I got an email. Welcome. You're in. Come to this meeting. So there was a meeting last night. And I logged in just like I would log into Zoom, but it was through Teams, Microsoft Teams. And there were like 80 some people in the meeting. And it's some young guy, you know. He's sitting in an office somewhere. It was really weird. He's sitting at this big, long, like conference table, just him and his laptop. And behind him is this like big round window type thing. It's not like, it was like, you couldn't really see through the window, but you could. You could see shadows through the window, you know. And you keep seeing people walking by the window. They're all in one direction too. I think they're probably leaving work. They were all leaving. They're all heading out. But it was all, you know, talking about memberships and how memberships work and value and just a lot of different things. Basically, it was an introduction to memberships, and it was really intended more for people who don't have memberships enabled on their channels yet, to kind of tell them why they should and what they can offer to their audience and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of interesting. I didn't learn a lot, but I did learn a couple of things. Like, one thing I learned is when you set up your YouTube memberships, you set your tiers and how much you're going to charge for each tier and what the perks are going to be for those tiers. Okay? Well, I did mine in 2020, you guys. It was a long time ago. And I just kind of looked at what other people had done and made my decision. Well, I found out yesterday you cannot change your price points on your tiers. You can't ever change those. So I picked 2. I had a $1.99 and a $4.99. Different perks for, you know, each level. You can't ever change those. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, what you can do is you can add tiers. You can add higher tier, lower tier, mid tier. You can add tiers for different price points, but you can't ever change what you originally set. I thought that was quite interesting. So I learned that. A lot of people asking questions about, because one of the perks that people really like is membership videos. And I know. I need to do some membership videos. I've been saying I'm going to do them, and Dale is home all the time, and it's very difficult for me to do a membership video with him here all the time, right? So they were like, that's one of the perks that people really like. The guy also said one of the perks that people really like is early access to videos. And I thought, well, why does that matter? I mean, some of you in here are members, but why would that be a big perk that you get the same content that everybody else is going to get? You just get it a couple days early. I don't know. It didn't seem like a huge perk for me, but you know, and I'm thinking, I am a member of a couple people's channels, and I'm like, I don't really care if I see their videos before everybody else. I'm going to see them eventually. Oh, that's my 7 rounds, Chris. And I'm so far behind on watching my videos anyhow that it wouldn't matter if they came out early or not. I'd be seeing them when everybody else did. So I don't know. But there are more meetings in the process coming up to teach more things. Okay. We've done our 7 rounds. Now we're going to start making our head smaller. Okay? The head's going to get smaller. Right, Deborah? That's what I thought. Early access to videos doesn't really seem like a big perk to me. But content that other people don't see, maybe, or, like I said, the videos. Okay. So we're going to single crochet 4. 1, 2, hang on, put my marker back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do a decrease. Okay? Do a decrease over the next 2 stitches. And then we just keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. See, that's something, Tammy, like, surprise things on Etsy. I don't have anything like that to offer, but, that would make sense if you have early access to something important, not just a video. I almost feel like I could go down at least another hook size with this and make this a little tighter. It still feels a little, I mean, it's not bad holy, but you can see the holes a little bit. It's not bad, but maybe a 3.5. I don't know. So anyhow, that was just a whole bunch of rambling about backside of YouTube, things that go on the world doesn't know about. I felt kind of good when I left, though, because I was like, oh, yeah, I know that. Yep, I know that. Mm-hmm. Yep, I got all that. I'm good. Now, moving forward, there may be more things I can learn, but we'll see. We shall see. All right. Now, the next round is going to be 3 double crochets and 3 single crochets. Why not just make your channel membership only if money isn't... What? Huh? What do you mean, Sue? All right. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. In a minute here, we're going to stuff our head, add eyes. I'm going to have to go get my eyes. Luckily, they're right out on the kitchen table, because I just did the little loaf bunny's eyes. So they're out. Yeah, I would go down another hook size probably, just to make this a little tighter. There's a good question, Deborah. I learned exactly yesterday. Yes, YouTube always makes money on everything. You know, YouTube always makes money. However, on videos, they make more money than they make on your memberships. Memberships, they get 30% and I get 70%. Yes, it does, Brenda. That goes right into my earnings for me to be able to buy stuff and all that stuff. If you need to make more money, make your channel... What? Why would we do that, Sue? That's not the point of the whole thing. The point is for members to get special perks that they are willing to contribute financially to get extra perks. That's the whole point of that. And who would watch if you had to pay all the time? Who would watch what I do if you had to pay? A lot of people wouldn't watch at all. And you make money on every video, so hang on, I'm going to do something here. I've got one extra stitch here, and I'm going to fix it right now. There. Okay. This next round is 2 single crochets and then a decrease. Hi, Jody. How's Jody today? I hope you're doing well over there in Canada. So 2 single crochets and then a decrease. 2 single crochets and a decrease. There's a lot of people out there that have YouTube memberships and Patreon, which I never understand why you would do both. That just seems like overkill to me. Do one or the other. Why both? Yeah, my head hole's getting smaller. I might have to go find stuffing. I didn't know if I would get this far, actually. I didn't think I would get this far. Okay, but I'm that far. All right. You guys are going to have to bear with me while I go get some stuff in and my safety eyes. Because right now, we're going to leave a tail. We're going to stuff the head, attach the eyes, and sew up the head. And we're going to add our nose. Okay, I'll be right back. Chit chat with each other. I got to go get 3 things. Pink yarn, stuffing, eyes. I really didn't think I'd get this far. All right, I'll be right back. Pink yarn, stuffing, and eyes. Glad I remember the other thing I was going to need. I need the needle too, because we got to sew. So we got a needle. We got our safety eyes. We got pink yarn, because we need pink yarn for the nose, regular acrylic yarn. All right. Now, let's see. Back here, did I copy it? Let's see. No, I didn't. I didn't copy that one down or take a picture of it. Okay, I'm going to go. Hang on. I was wondering what size safety eyes she said. I don't have anywhere. Oh, here they are. They're all in here. You put 3 of my pictures together as one. Okay, let me go to Instagram real quick. And let's find the size of the safety eyes that we need. Size of the safety eyes. See, I have to go back into all this stuff. Thank you, Jody. I've been having fun doing the little animals. They've been a lot of fun. A Thailand picture. Wow. Oh, Hexy cardigan. Knitting a tank top. Beautiful. All right. Here's the baby bow bunny. Let's see. Safety eyes. 18 millimeter. Those things are huge. Yeah, them some huge eyeballs. My guy's not that big. Okay. So like, let me show you. Let me show you her picture. Here's her picture. Look. Oh, dang it all. Shoot. Stop it. Okay, stop. Here's her photo. See her hand around her bunny. Look at mine. Look at the size difference in the head, right? Mine's going to be itsy bitsy teensy weensy. I honestly think, okay, what color eyes do we like? Do we want black? Do we want blue, gold, green, pink? What color eyes? Remember, it's going to have pink bow, pink hair bows, a pink bow around itself. I think, here's my big ones. And I think these are ginormous. I think those are huge on this little girl. Look, she's going to be little. She's going to be itsy bitsy teensy weensy, right? That's way too big. Way too big. Knit and watch the directions go by on her tablet and not look at her needles. Knitting people are crazy. Okay, let me show you this size eye. That one just looked way too big. Way too big for my little guy. These, I think. Okay, what color eyes do bunnies have? You guys said black. What do you think? These look goofy. Never mind, that looked goofy. Okay. Let me see. I just don't know if I have another size, a better size than that. Okay, hang on. Here's my eyes that I can put glitter behind them. You just put this little piece of, I've got green, I've got gold, and I've got blue, green, gold. Knitters, there's certain things that they can do, I know, where they can just knit without looking. But I think they still have some patterns you have to look. Jody's a knitter, right, Jody? I can do it with some crochet stuff. Jody's like, yeah, I have to look at what I'm doing. I know I got silver. That would be interesting. I don't think there's any black. There is black. I can do black glittery. Let's do that. Because I like the size of this eye. I need to order some more eyes is what I need to do. Let's do black. Let's not do silver. No, I don't want silver. Let's do black. Okay. And there's 2 backs. Okay. I like this set. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I need to put those in there. Okay. Okay. See, I started with this container right here, and these are all itty bitty ones over here. And then these are kind of smallish. This one's okay, but I still think this one's too small for this, and these are the larger ones. And then I just have big and huger. And this is noses mainly, but these are pre-colored eyes. These are the same size, but this is like a gold and a green. I could have done a brown eye. Just a brown eye? What do you think about the brown eye? Let's see. Do you know what color eyes bunnies have? Do you? Do you? Just curious. Do you know? Brown. And then we'll set up one of these with the black glittery behind it. Black glittery. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to put them really close together so you can compare. They're not going to be placed like this. You can't even really tell that black one's glittery. It is a little bit bigger too. There we go. What do you think? What do we think? The brown, little smaller. The black, and that has, I'm going to go with the black glittery. All right. I do need to get some different eyes. There's so many cool eyes out there. And I need to check out some more eyes. Okay. Let's put this little black glittery piece. See, it's just a little thin little thing. The next one to my pinky. What did I do? Okay, let's move those over there. Now, where do we place them? That's the next thing. Where does it say to place them? Let me go to my photos because I do have that. Okay. Says attach your eyes between rounds 10 and 11 of your head. Between 10 and 11. Okay, where's 10 and 11? I think we can actually fasten this off. Yeah, I'm going to cut this off. Make this easier on myself. We're going to cut it off. Okay, now, between rounds 10 and 11, I'm going to count backwards because this was round 16. All right. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10. So it goes between here and here. And how many stitches apart? They'll tell you what round to put them in and how many stitches apart. 6 stitches apart. Okay, so let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need that hole right there. There. What do we think? There's our eyeballs. Oh, say hi, sister. I think they're good there. That's what I think. I think they're good there. Some of these backs go on easy and some do not. I've had to have Dale help me with a few of them. I'm like, I cannot get these on. And then there's a special tool as well. And then if you have to take these off, because I've had to take some off because I put them in the wrong place and they look dumb, that's fun too. You have to go in here and like cut this plastic. There's my bunny's eyes. Does he look like a bunny yet? She said, hey, hey. Funny. Okay. Now we're gonna, you really don't get any smaller than this. Stuff your bunny's head and attach the eyes. Embroider the nose. Do we not close up the head at this point? Do we not close up the head? I don't know. What came after the head? Finish? They all just say slip stitch and finish, leaving a long tail for sewing. Okay. Well, before I stuff this puppy, I'm going to try to make a nose. That's what I'm going to try to do first, is make the nose. I want a good picture of the nose. What does the nose look like? Let's see. It's really just a simple back and forth situation. All right, so I have my needle. I have my yarn. And I'm going to cut off. I messed with a nose the other day forever. Forever I messed with a nose. It was ridiculous. Okay. So, thanks, Dawn. It's perfect. Thank you. Now, the nose goes right between the eyes, which is so weird. Why does it go right between the eyes? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she's got 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So here's what I've learned to do. Okay, it says fasten off, so I'm gonna tie. I'm gonna run this through real quick here. Hang on. I think I want to slip stitch into my next one. I'm gonna slip stitch into here and pull this through like that. Okay. All right. Now I don't have to worry about that coming undone. So here's what I did the other day. And here's what I've watched a few people, and I'm not good at this. Okay. So basically come in from like down here somewhere. See where my needle's at? Come in down here. Okay. Let me think. Am I doing this right? No. Go in from this way. Go in from this way. And then go up to where you want your nose to start. And do we want it high? Do we want it low? Where did she put it? She put it like right between the two eyes, like right between the eyes. Okay, and then you pull through, you leave this little tail here. And then you go over, I'm going over 2 stitches. Go over 2 stitches. Okay. See my little nose there? But it's not like thick enough. So I'm going to come right back up in that same hole I came up the first time. Like that. And back down the other hole. I wish I was better at this part. This is like, how much of a nose do you think we need? I'm going to do like one more because they kind of got kind of like a chunky little nose. So we're going to do one more. Deborah's like, nose? Yes, Deborah. Our little bunny needs a little nose. It needs a little nose, doesn't it? I love Blue's little nose, especially when she wiggles it. She just wiggles her little nose. It's so cute. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, I like that. She did something else too with hers. Like what else did she do? She come out here, or what did she do? Okay, I'm gonna do something crazy, guys. I'm gonna do something crazy. And tell me if you like it. Just tell me if you like it, okay? You might not like it. But I have a plastic nose I could put on here if I wanted. Like the safety eyes. They're safety noses. But okay, what do you think? It's really light pink. What do you think? Nope. Oh, nope. It's yeah. What do you think? It's really a light pink, which is fine. It should be a light pink, but I just did I did a cross like 3 times and I did 2 little tiny things coming down. It's too light. Okay. Um, let me see if I have a darker one. But the bow is okay. The bow is going to be this color. And it matches the bow. I, I don't want a fuchsia. Um, hang on. I don't know if I have like a one shade darker pink. I don't know. Let me see. One moment. All right, here's all my choices. I just happen to have this all in the bedroom. All right, so this one is not much different. See, that's not much different. This one's got a little more purpley hue to it, I would say. So that's one other option. We don't want this. That is like a fuchsia. We don't want that. That would make you think the bunny had a bloody nose, right? We don't want that one. And then I have this, which is also, this is more purple. The lighting is weird, though, you guys. You just gotta understand the lighting's kind of weird. Okay, let me see if that helps at all. Here's what we have currently on the bunny. The lighting is really strange. It's hard to show it. And then there's just these two. And I don't think this one's that much different. It really isn't that much different. They're very similar. And this one, I'm going to leave it the way it is, you guys, because I don't think any of these really work. That one's the same, and that one's too purple. And the fuchsia is fuchsia. Anyhow, I can always take it out later if I want to. So now I'm bringing my needle back up in that same hole that I started in, where I put my yarn in to start with, and you tie a knot. And when I first saw somebody do this, I don't think I could use that one. It's thicker, and I don't think it would work out right because that's that thicker yarn. And it's just a tad darker. It's really not that much darker. Anyhow, we'll go with this for now. So they tied this in a knot, and I thought, well, why would you do that? Then what? You got this knot sticking out your guy here, right? But all they really do is they just then cut it off fairly short like that, and you just stuff this knot, this whole knot. This probably isn't going to work with this, or I can go grab it and pull it through. Okay, and then he's inside. All right, so like I said, we're going to go with that for now, and I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Okay, we shall see. What time we got? 3:09. Okay. I could stuff this head, but I don't know if I'm supposed to close up the head. I'm assuming I'm supposed to close up this head. Let's see. I'm going to go look at this pattern real quick. Because I think you just then sew all the pieces together. You know what I mean? You sew the head on, and then you sew the ears on the head, and you sew the body on, and so let's see. Let me go back to the original pattern here. It says slip stitch and finish off, leaving a short yarn tail. Stuff the head, attach the eyes, embroider your bunny nose right between the eyes. Then you go on to make your ears. You want to make your body. And everyone says the same thing. Slip stitch and fasten off, leaving a long tail. Make your arms. Make your bow tails, your bow assembly. You got to put your bow together. This is complicated. No, wait. Where do you put the thing together? Where do you put the guy together? Whoa, where's the directions for putting the thing together? Bow assembly. Okay, this is weird. It never tells you how to put it together. Where is the body? Where's the bunny assembly? That is too weird. Okay. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5 tells us how to make the head. Page 6, the ears. Page 7, hang on, the body. Okay, hang on. Maybe there's something in here. Start off by making 2 separate legs. I've done this before. And then you actually join the legs together and make the body. Finish off. Stuff the bunny's body and sew the head onto the body. Okay. We're gonna close it up, I guess. We'll close it up. I figured it had to be sealed up, but I've never left that big of a hole when I'm getting ready to close something up. Normally, you keep decreasing until you have a smaller hole, but I don't know. Not this guy. She wants you to sew the thing shut rather than crochet it shut, basically. Okay, let's get rid of that nipply thing there, Dawn, we don't want at the top. This is also a fine art. I have learned how much to stuff and how much is too much, how much is not enough, etc., etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to start sewing this shut with my yarn tail here, and we'll see how it goes. And you'll see how it goes. All right, so to sew this shut, you just go through every other stitch, and it starts to pull it tight. And normally you get down to where you've got like 6 stitches to sew together. I'm like, this is a lot of stitches to sew together. Pull, starting to pull it, tug it, pull it close, tighten it up. Hey, I wonder where Emma is today. Emma usually pops in here at some point and tells me what's for sale and what I might be interested in. Someone is here. Ah, wow. That's too weird. Emma, that's too weird. I did not know you were here. I did not know you were here. Okay, let's see. What do we think? It's just a little white ball. That's all it is. I gotta pull this tighter. There must be somebody here to see Dale. Doesn't look like a bunny without ears now, does it? Hello, Sean. You've been hanging out? We didn't know it? Okay, I got this pulled pretty tight. Yeah. I'm going to put a couple more stitches through here. Pull it a little. Oh, it's probably the farmer. I saw him drive by earlier, and Dale said he needed to talk to him. He probably texted him, flagged him down. Hey. I hope the guy's going to have some work for Dale soon. That's what I hope. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't like how poofy it is down here, but it's going to be poofy because we had so many stitches to close up. Okay. Well, that's the way it is, folks. There's our little bunny head. A little bunny head with no ears, with no ears, with no ears. Okay. All right. Got a bunny head. Want to see the bunny head? Okay. Well, I got a couple minutes. We can get started on the next part. Right? The next part. The biggest part is going to be the legs and the body. Legs and body. Legs and body. Legs and body. Do 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 beep 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 beep. I do like this little Abraham Hunter fox. It's pretty, but you know me and fox, we have a love-hate relationship kind of thing, you know? So, that's not going to happen. Now, all right. Next, ears. Let's make some ears. We'll make ears. Ears are fun. I like making ears. They're different. Okay. Make 2. Round 1. Magic ring. 8 single crochets in your magic ring. 8 single crochets in your magic ring. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get an ear done. I might finish my ears before next time, okay? Okay, I got 8 single crochets. You know what I need to do after this? After this, I need to go downstairs and I need to start hauling out all my stuff from the back room that's going to the craft show. Yep, get that truck loaded tonight. Get that truck loaded. All right, pull that tight and we're ready to roll. What do we do now? Now we do an increase in every single stitch. Okay, so we should end up with 16 when we're done. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. I feel like that's a dance step, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. We got 16. We got 16. Next, we do a single crochet and an increase. Sounds like we're doing the same thing, doesn't it? Thank you, Emma. I hope so too. Okay, a single crochet and an increase. All the way around. Single crochet and an increase. Come on. Single crochet and an increase. A single crochet and an increase. Do 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 do. Wildflowers with butterflies, Sherry. Yes. That's kind of farmish. Wildflowers, butterflies. Yeah, that's the farmer. I recognize that truck. Okay. That round's done. Ding, ding. Oh. Now we're going to do 4 rounds of 24. 4 rounds of 24. Let's see if I have 24. Think I got 24? Let's see. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we're halfway, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I got 24. Yay! I got 24 stitches. I got 24 stitches. That was round 1. We got to do 4. Okay. I don't have to count this time. Just count rounds now. Just count rounds. I got 1 round. I was working on my chuck last night for like 3 hours. I feel like I didn't make that much progress. Why does it seem like it takes so long? I finished one little release paper, which I had maybe, I feel like I did maybe 1 release paper last night, like 1 little section, because I had half and I started another one. Well, it's more than half. Okay, so maybe I did 1 1/4 or something. I don't know. It just seems like it takes for flipping ever, right? Takes forever. Goodness. Okay, that's round 2. Come on, let go. Let go. It's really pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I opened up the section I was working on mainly last night, and I opened it up and I was like, oh Lord, there's so much green here. So much green. The whole section's green. It's not really, but yeah, it was a lot of green. I do have the greens done though. And now I'm working on flowers, I believe, in like peachy colors. And that's pretty much the end of it. Green and peachy flowers. You guys don't mind if I do the other ear throughout the week before next week, right? Then we'll have both ears. I might even attach the ears. Would that bother you? If you came back next week and I had a bunny with attached ears, or you wanted to see me attach them, I had to do one more round here, right? That was 3. You want to watch them be attached? You tell me. I could have one attached, and we'll attach one on camera. How's that sound? That doesn't sound like a bad plan, does it? There are 18 people here. Well, there were. Wow, I looked up and said 18, and then it went boom, 13. It's like, wow. Hear that loud car? Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear him. There's a guy that lives down at the end of the road. Last house, right on the end, past the pallet factory. Actually, they live practically in the front yard of the pallet factory. It's so weird. I wouldn't want to live there. But he drives this blue Mustang. And it's loud. You hear it all the time. Here's a Mustang. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's talking to me. All right, we did our 4 rounds. Now we're going to start a decrease. Okay, 4 single crochets and a decrease. 4 single crochets and a decrease. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and a decrease. And 1. Do it ahead of time. Sounds good to you, Tom? 2, and 3, and 4, and a decrease. I mean, when I was doing this with Angie, we used to, we'd have homework. We'd have things we'd have to do during the week. Come on. Okay, that worked out right. My 4 and my decrease. Okay. Oh, what do we do now? Now we do rounds 9 and 10, just single crochets. 2 rounds around. Okay. I should have 20 stitches now. Do I have 20? I don't know. There's 2. Everything's been working out okay, so I think I probably do. Anybody have any big plans for the weekend? You guys know what I'm doing tomorrow. 19, 20. Yep, I got 20. Bye, Tammy. Have a good weekend. One more round of 20. I was hoping I was going to finish this ear, but I think the ear is longer than I thought it was, right? Oh. No plans. Well, I know that I'll go to the gym on Sunday. We didn't go to the gym today because Dale had physical therapy for his shoulder. He has started physical therapy. Yep. So he had to be there at 9 o'clock this morning. All right. The next round is 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then a decrease. And then a decrease. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Thank goodness. And then another decrease. See, I don't really have to count most of the time if I'm doing decrease or increase rounds because they turn out at the right spot. You know what I mean? Laundry, sleeping, and cross stitching. Woohoo! Karate tournament. That sounds like fun. All right. Now, guess what? Now we have to do 3 rounds of just single crochets. Three rounds of singles. How fast can I do this? Huh? $14, $15, $16. My count is right. What are we making now? Bad Sheep Yarn is here. Is that Marcy? Marcy, is it you? Or is it somebody else? I can't believe you're here. Oh, I cannot believe that. You guys, one of my favorite yarn companies. Oh my goodness. We're making a bunny. It's Marcy. Marcy, hi. You found me. You found me hiding over here in my YouTube corner of the world, huh? Oh, how many rounds did I do, you guys? Did I do 2 or 3 that time? I don't remember. I got too excited. Oh, I think I did 3. I don't know. Right, Sherry? Oh, Marcy, Sherry got me a gift card from you guys a while back. She's so sweet. All right. This next round, we're going to do 2 single crochets and then a decrease. 2 single crochets and a decrease, and do that all the way around this round. Are you winding up yarn today? I always talk about your yarn, by the way. They all know. They all know. I have to go order some diamond, though. I don't have diamond yet. Doing birthstones. I know. It was so sweet of her. So sweet of her. All right. We decreased that one. Now we got to do 3 rounds. We are making one big old floppy ear here. Big old floppy ear. It's funny how some of the bunnies, they like to do with the upright ears, that stand up. And other bunnies get the long floppy ones that hang down. What's your favorite? Do you like stand up ears or do you like long floppy ears? My real in life bunny, she's got stand up ears. Little stand up ears. Not big stand up ears, just little ones. You're just sitting on the couch drinking coffee. Nice. It's nice to have the afternoon off, huh? Hi, honey.
What you doing?
I am finishing an ear. And then when I am done with the ear, the live will be over.
Still?
Well,
Bonus!
Right? I thought it wouldn't take as long to make this ear as it's taking, but it's a big, long, floppy ear. Mm-hmm. Big, long, floppy ear. You guys like the floppy ones. Well, I will say this. I think it's probably easier to attach floppy ears to a crochet piece than the long ones or the stand-up ones. Because, how can you really mess up attaching something that just flops down versus something that's supposed to stand up, right? I made another one of those mushroom jewelry holder things. And that mushroom doesn't want to stay up. That mushroom wants to tilt and fall over. And I don't know why, but I don't know if it's the way it's stuffed or what, but he doesn't want to stand up straight like he's supposed to. So we're having a fight, him and I, that little mushroom dude. We're fighting. All right. We only got 2 rounds left. In this round, we are going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease. Now it gets a little harder because the hole I'm working into is getting smaller. 2 single crochets and a decrease. And I know what we're going to do at the end of this. We're going to end up like folding this over and sewing it up at the end. 2 single crochets and a decrease. And that's the end of that round. And then what? Now we end with single crochet all the way around. I thought we were gonna no. No, Sherry. Shh. No. So I like those little Cadbury eggs with the little hard shell on the outside. And I have this little resin mushroom my friend made for me. And the lid comes off. And I stash them in there. I stash them. And he has not figured out that they're in there. He just came in and closed the door so I can talk. So I was eating one the other day, though. You know what? I thought about that, Sean. I thought about putting something inside it. Okay, so it looks like an ear now, right? It's so weird that you make like this round, not round, but it goes in the round to make an ear. And then we're gonna fold it and we're gonna sew it. Look it. Doesn't that look like an ear now? It looks like an ear, right? So it says slip stitch. I always forget to do my last slip stitch. Slip stitch and then fasten off. Okay, so let's do that part. Slip stitch, pull that puppy through there, and cut myself some yarn and pull it through. Homemade chocolate chip cookies. Yum. That sounds so good. All right. Do not stuff the ears and sew the ears between round 5 and 6. Okay, so they're not having us. Okay, because the last one I did, I might do it anyhow because I like it better. My last bunny I made, I sewed this up first. Okay, here's our head. Here's our head. They're gonna, because they're flopping down. They just want them to be like that. What? Okay. I don't know. We're gonna have to play with this because I don't know about all that. I like the last bunny I made. Oh, okay. It'll be fine. It will be fine. So we're gonna do this. We're just gonna sew it on like that, and it's gonna hang down. Look how cute it is. Oh my goodness, isn't that cute? And it's gonna hang down. And then when it's done, we put a little bow up here. Now, you can position these. You can put them back further so they flop back farther or flop forward, however you want to put them on there. So we're just going to sew those little puppies right there to the top of the head. And look at it. It's so cute. It's so stinking cute, right? And make sure they're like, I think they have to be like really close. I don't have the top of the bunny's head in that picture. How come I don't have the top of the bunny's head? Where is it? I need a good picture. Oh, they go down the side. They put them down here. Okay. No, don't go up there. Go down low. Go down low, folks. Go down low so they flop further. Don't go up to the middle. They don't even tell you where to attach them, but okay. Fine. Fine. Just, oh, yes, it does. I'm lying. Don't stuff them. Sew them between rounds 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's way down here. Way down there. Okay. I guess that would work. So sew it between rounds 5 and 6. It's going to really flop. And then remember, he's got his body there. All right. Okay, so we sew them on there. So when I come back next week, now you know how to sew it on, where to sew it on between rounds 5 and 6. Sew it on there. And I'll have the other one done and I'll have them both attached when we come back next week. How's that sound? Marcy, I'm so happy you stopped in. Now you know my little secrets. All right. Okay. I'll let you guys go. I'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. And if you come hang out tomorrow, I'm live tomorrow, 7 o'clock. So I'll see everybody then. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your weather if you're having good weather. Like I said, it's still cold here. Hopefully next week, 50, maybe, if we're lucky. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys.